Welcome back to Teresa's Dead. My name is Teresa and I'm very much alive. I have an awful garbage filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised, but if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to X out the video here, no harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. Yo, I am so excited for today's video. It's Christmas. And today we're going to be talking about the new Oden'S holiday collection, the Christmas Eve palette, along with the Merry Christmas palette. So before I jump into it, yes, these palettes were sent to me in PR. Yes, I am affiliated with the brand. If you ever want to try anything from Oden'S, use the code garbage, where you can save some money off your order. And it is affiliated, so yes, I do get a small kickback if you do use it. That said, these kind of came out like a bat out of hell, because I was like, oh my god, Halloween, who, what? But it's fine, because Halloween Ends killed all that is great about Halloween. So we're on to Christmas, yay! So each palette retails for $43.90. And let me tell you a little bit about the palettes. The Christmas Eve palette is inspired by the atmosphere of the Christmas snowy night. The outer packaging of the dark blue theme is matched with blue and purple color Christmas elements. The eyeshadows include a special multi-chrome color, Gorgeous, which is a dreamy purple background color with a multi-chrome variations of pink and blue. The Merry Christmas palette is inspired by the classic Christmas color scheme. The outer packaging of the red palette is matched with red and green colors along with Christmas elements. The colors of the eyeshadows include a special multi-chrome color Elf Wish, which has a grass green background with color shiftings of pink, green, and gold. So both palettes are 16 pan color stories, which has 8 matte shades, 1 unique multi-chrome, and 7 shimmer shades. And the shimmers are definitely more on the metallic side. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. I love the antique-y Christmas feel. It makes me think of how my mother would always collect the lint truffle tins, if anyone remembers what that is. Used to be a metal tin, would be like lint chocolate, and it would be like always like some sort of Christmas theme. That's exactly what these are reminding me of, and I love that. As for the color stories, the Christmas Eve, this is such a really beautiful, cool tone, perfect description for that Christmas Eve snowy night, but in reality this is also really good for the next few months as we delve into winter, which in Florida there is no winter, only fall. Which I'm okay with. Now moving on to the Merry Christmas palette. This one is a little bit interesting in the sense that yes, there is red and green in here, but I don't know if I would necessarily think all of this is super Christmassy. I think this palette's kind of divided in an interesting way where I feel like it's very bog heavy on the top and at the bottom it's holiday. It's interesting. So I don't know if I would agree with the fact that this feels like a Christmas palette in ways. Yes, it's holiday, but I don't know. I think this one hit the nail on the head. This one is kind of like, open for interpretation. So in today's video, I'm going to show you these 2 different looks, give you my overall thoughts about the palette, and bloopity blop plop. Anyway, let's go back in time. I am so excited to be talking about these palettes. I love them. Oh my god. Okay, we're going to start with Christmas Eve, and then we're going to end with Christmas Day. And do I have meetings today? I do. I can turn my camera off. It's fine. Okay, watch today be the day where they're like, Teresa, can you please turn your camera on? Normally I have my camera on for the most part, so maybe I have some good karma out there. Oh, okay. I'm going in with my tried and true, my Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Primer. I adore this palette. I really do. So the Christmas Eve palette I think is actually my favorite one. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know. Something about this one is next level. I fucking love it. So we're going to go in with the shade Ice Crystal, which is this beautiful gray color. I am so fucking excited for Christmas. And it's all thanks to Halloween Ends. Any joy I had for Halloween died. Thanks to that fucking movie. But it's fine though. Now I'm on to Christmas stuff. It's actually kind of funny considering how Christmassy it is down here. There is actually a good fair amount of representation for Halloween. A lot of people put decorations out and shit like that. But as soon as it was November 1st, it was like overnight. You would think that it got like 30 degrees chillier. People are wearing sweaters and everything is just decked out in Christmas. Nothing else, just Christmas. It's fucking wild down here. Basically taking that gray shade and just sloppily putting it all over the crease as well as above the crease. And I'm going in with the light hand only because I did my base. I don't want to experience a lot of fallout, hence why it's taking me a minute to build up the opacity. But if you do go in with a heavy hand, rest assured this bitch is pigmented. But so far, no fallout. We love that. And there is minimal kick up in pan. I'm gonna take a clean, fluffy blending brush, just buff out the edges to make him look a little bit softer. All right, looks good. Now I think I want to go in with the shade Nightfall, which is this really beautiful blue color. I'm gonna put that in the crease. And this gray is like a gray blue, so the tones work together perfectly. So I wanted to ask y'all, what is your favorite Christmas movies? I have a very weird one that I really like, but I kind of feel like now it's a tad bit problematic. But I am a big fan of The Ref. If you've never seen it, it's a very weird comedy in the 90s, a very weird dark comedy about a robber breaking into someone's home during Christmas festivities, but the family is incredibly dysfunctional. Maybe it's because I could relate to the dysfunctional part. Maybe that's why it's my favorite. But you know, Kevin Spacey is, you know, Kevin Spacey. So like, I feel like if I say his name one more time, he's gonna show up and I'm gonna be gone. I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. So I kind of feel like it's like, oh, it's just one of those movies that, actually, even as a kid, it was really inappropriate for me to watch. Oh well, I turned out just fine. But anyway, I wanted to know from y'all, what are some of your favorite holiday movies? Are you a Hallmark bitch? Do you like all those fucking movies where it's always some city girl either is divorced or a widow, or it could be a man, vice versa, moves into some like cozy Vermont town and is like the proprietor of a hotel or some fucking bed and breakfast, and then they fall in love with the handyman, and I don't know, it's like Overboard but Christmas style. Yeah. Which I think actually the new Lindsay Lohan movie is that. It's Overboard Christmas, whatever. Anyway, if you know what Overboard is, 2 points to you. If you don't know, ask your fucking parents. But it's a great movie though. All right, so we have this blue all up in this bitch and it looks great. I love it. It's mixing with the gray beautifully and I'm obsessed. But what I want to do is put a little bit more blue in the front half, like right over here, because I want to try to put a darker blue in the back. See if we can kind of get a nice little gradient before I use one of these shimmers to fuck up my entire lid with, because they're so pretty. I love the shifty shades from Oden'S. They're so fucking pretty and they're done so well. But yeah, anyway, let me know what your favorite movie is and what's your go-to. Or are you like a spooky bitch? Do you like spooky Halloween movies? A really good spooky Halloween movie that actually scares the shit out of me is called Black Christmas. Not the remake, the original. I'm gonna go in with reference number 14 and we're gonna go in with the shade Christmas Eve. Yeah, we're gonna go in with, Christmas Eve. Aha. Oh, bitch. I love this. If you've ever wanted to watch an actual really, really legitimately scary movie, it's scary because, spoiler alert, there's no reasons why anything happens and you're like, oh God, that's even more terrifying. I'll never forget seeing that movie for the first time and being fucking terrified. It's so goddamn good. All right, so we laid that blue down perfectly. Now I'm gonna go back in to that ice crystal shade just a little bit, just to go over that blue. But I like that. It has a little bit of depth in the back, but we still have that nice beautiful blue in the front. Just gonna go in just a little bit more. All right, looks really, really good. So I'm gonna go into the shade, oh, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the shade Night Sky, put it in the outer corner, just so that it marries Christmas Eve, and then we're gonna put the shade Gorgeous all over the lid. I'm gonna take reference number 28, which is a nice small little painting brush, and we're just gonna pop it right there. I'm actually gonna go back and forth between Christmas Eve and that blue. All right, now that we have that all over the lid, this would also be really good, but I need that shifty shade. That's also a really good silver too. I'll be honest, I don't like it as much as I like my silver from fucking Theresa's Lethal. I find the silver to have a little bit more of like a transparent base, so it's not my favorite. I don't know if you're able to see that because I feel like my lights are blowing it out. I'm gonna go in with the Gorgeous shade. So I'm gonna take a little bit of NYX glitter glue and I'm gonna put it all over the, it's so sparkly. Fuck. I'm gonna put it all over the lid and we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna take a little bit of NYX glitter glue and we're going to put it all over the portion of the lid that does not have any shadow on it. Right, so take this color. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? It's so pretty. Sorry, that sounded like a demon. It's so pretty. I love it. This is exactly what I want. I love this. And it's super fucking easy to do. And when you have to be around family and you really don't want to, at least you can dazzle them with your eyeshadow as you stare blankly at them while they ask you about politics and women's rights and what you think about it, because women shouldn't have them. Beautiful duochrome. Oh, I like it. Anyway. So motherfucking pretty. So I'm just gonna go back in to the Night Sky shade ever so gently and just marry the shimmer to the matte, you know, kind of like cousins. And now we're good. This is a fun motherfucking look. I love this. So the thing I want to do now is I want to take that Night Sky shade and I just want to line just the top lash line. So I'm going to go in with my tried and true, my Trixie P02. It's a really good liner brush. Now, Oden's Eye also has eyeliners. I don't like them. They do not work for me. They go away in like fucking 0.6 seconds. I hate them. So instead, what we're gonna do is add a multi-chrome eyeliner. And I feel like the Kaleidos, I believe it's called Seascape or Sea Seasons or Sea something, I think will also kind of offset the really beautiful like blue and purple tones. Nope, it's called Night of Creation. I was completely fucking wrong. Actually, nope. That's not what I wanted. I don't want that one. Nope, it's called Sea Sparkle. My bad. So I'm gonna take Sea Sparkle and put it in the waterline. I'm gonna go in with the shade Christmas Eve, just a scotch, just a little bit in the lash line. I'm gonna take a little bit of that ice crystal shade, blend it out. I'm gonna curl my lashes, put some mascara on, and look number one is done. I think the only thing missing is a little bit of sparkle in the inner corner, so we're gonna go in with that shade Snowflake. And look number one is completed. How cute. I love it. Moving on to the Christmas palette. So we're gonna keep this eye look pretty simple because I feel like when I use this palette, and this is probably my only criticism, is that I have to be very simple with it. If I decide to get a little bit wild with it and I combine say 3 or 4 colors, it never looks as good as what I think it's gonna be. This kind of palette is meant for maybe a 1 or 2 shadow kind of a look, not necessarily like a 5 fucking shadow thing like the Christmas Eve palette. So that's my only complaint, I would say. I need to be very simple with it. So we're gonna do just that, and I'm going to use the color Matcha Cookies, which is this really beautiful like pukey green. We love a pukey green moment here. Go in with the rougher number 13. I'm gonna take a clean fluffy blending brush and just soften up those edges. Christmas is obviously dedicated to us fucking bog queens. And I love it. You know actually what I want to do? I'm going to take this green shade, Matcha Cookies, and I'm going to put it all over the lid. And then we're going to take the shimmer and put it right in the middle. I think that's what I want to do. Something really pretty and pukey about this shade that I absolutely love. That looks everything that I want it to be. And now, oof, okay, so we have some options here. We can go in, oh, I think I kind of want to go in with Snowman. I feel like Snowman's gonna look better. We're gonna go in with Snowman. Elf Wish is a very beautiful shade, but I don't want it to go super red, and that's the flip in that one. I want it to be a little bit more icy. So I'm again gonna go in with the Rougher 21, a little bit of NYX glitter glue. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. So pretty. What I wanna do now is just take that Matcha Cookie shade and just ever so gently put it in the outer corner. Just on top of that shimmer. Super pretty. Okay. The only thing about that shade is that there is a lot of fallout. A lot of fallout. Fallout's super easy to clean, so that's good. I think what I want to do is I'm going to put orange in the waterline. Been obsessed with using this orange as of late. Okay, so this is not so much a Christmas look as it is a Halloween look, but I ain't mad about it though. Even us spooky bitches love Christmas. So kind of similarly to my other eye, I think what I want to do is I'm gonna go in with a green shade, Christmas Tree, just to line the top lash line. In the lower lash line, I'm gonna use the shade Gingerbread. I want to say Ginger Dead so badly. I'm gonna make it like a really kind of intense orange lash line shade. Why the fuck not? And you know what, for shits and giggles, in the outer corner, let's go in with that Elf Wish. Ha! Okay. Think I flew too close to the sun with this one, but whatever, we're gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna curl my lashes, add some mascara, and complete the look. And here we have the second look. Cute, right? I love this. This is adorable. All right, so let's talk a little bit about these palettes. So each of these palettes retail for $43.90, but of course you can get them a scotch cheaper if you do use a coupon code. If you choose to use mine, my code is garbage. I think these are fantastic. I really do love Oden's Eye quality, but dare I say I actually like these palettes the best. I have a lot of their palettes, if not all of their palettes, but there's something about these two in particular that's just fucking giving me all the feels. Now, if I had to choose one, obviously without even overthinking it, I would go with the Christmas Eve palette because I like the color story of this one more. It's cool, it's colorful, it's perfect for the holiday season and winter in general. This is a beautiful palette. When I look at it, I cannot wait to take this makeup off and put more shit on my face. I don't think you can create a bad look with this palette. Everything works together together so beautifully, so easily, so effortlessly. The mattes are wonderfully pigmented. I didn't experience any issues with longevity or patchiness. I say probably the worst offender, and it really isn't that bad at all, is the silver, and only because my silver is better. So the shade Snowflake, it's very pretty, it's very sparkly. It's a good Tin Man Deck silver. Comparing it to Theresa's Lethal, it's definitely more on the transparent side. I like that I can create many looks with this palette. Again, I just want to take my eye look off so I can keep playing with this one. This is going to be the staple for the next few months. And dare I say, out of all the holiday palettes that have come out, this is my favorite one. This one knocks all the other ones out of the water, and it's because of the variety. The shimmers are metallic. The duochrome, multi-chromes are just so fucking shifty and beautiful. Everything about this palette is wonderful. Now, moving on to the Christmas palette, or the Merry Christmas palette, I like this one too. This one is more of like a bog witch, almost, dare I say, Halloweenish kind of a palette in my opinion. Obviously, these are very much Christmas colors, especially with the deep reds, the deep greens, and all that good stuff. But there's like this section up here that is just very fucking bog witchy that I love and appreciate. The only reason why this palette I have, I guess, more of an affinity towards this one, I have to put a little bit more thought when using this palette, meaning that I can't overcomplicate shit. I can use 5 or 6 shadows and everything is going to look fucking phenomenal, right? The more the merrier with this palette. This one, not so much. If I start kind of diving into other colors, it starts to turn a little bit muddy. So I find that simplicity is key. So for today's look, you know, I really just focus with matcha cookies and snowman. I love how this came out. I look like a bog witch. I'm adorable. Had I been using some other colors, I don't think I would like it as much. I've been using these palettes for a bit now, and I just find myself reaching for this one more and more and more, and less this one. And it's not to say it's bad quality. I think the quality is pretty much the same across the board. It's just, I feel a little less inspired when I use this palette as opposed to the Christmas Eve palette. But I think if you kind of go in with a more simpler mindset, only use 2, potentially 3 shadows at a time, you're not gonna run into that. It's when you wanna be like fucking extra. It never turns out the way that you think it's going to. But that said, if you are a spooky ooky bitch, this could definitely speak to you, especially these top 2 rows here. There's just something so grungy and grimy, but yet so sophisticated and elegant about it. It's super beautiful. The bottom 2 rows are fine. They're good. They're standard holiday Christmassy bullshit colors. I don't have a bad thing to say about it other than I don't feel as inspired using this palette, especially when I'm using this one. In comparison, I think this is just overall just such a beautiful color story that when it comes to this, I'm like all on board for these top 2. And then the bottom 2, they're fine, they're good, but it's just, I don't know, like feels a little disjointed to me. But quality wise, fucking top notch. Anyway, now I want to hear from y'all. Let me know. Oh God, that's so beautiful. I can't stop touching this one. Let me know down below how you feel about these palettes. They are limited edition. They are, I think, available to purchase now or in pre-order, and they're going to be shipping very soon. So if you are interested in checking these palettes out, rest assured the quality is fucking top notch. But if you only had to choose one, I say go for this one because this one's a little bit more unique. But if you do get both, you won't be disappointed. Now I want to hear from y'all. Let me know down below if you're going to be picking these up or you're going to be skipping out, or if there is actually a holiday release that you're like, you know what? No, Theresa, that's not it, bitch. It's this one. Let me know because I love hearing from you. And with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and YouTube members. Thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy but filthy, really gross, nasty, garbage witchy, garbage boat afloat. I couldn't do without you. I love your adorable little delicious faces, and I just want to gobble you all up. If you want to know what is currently on my base, ooh, everything you need to know will be listed in the description box below. And I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.